So we talked about empathy. We talked about consistency of information. Let's talk about this. Unique value proposition. What does that mean? Well, what makes you different? Have y'all noticed all the ads on TV, on social media, on the billboards? What makes you different? What's your it factor? You like my subliminal messaging there? Are you the cheapest? Are you the cheapest out there? Do you want to be? No, you don't want to be the cheapest. But I love this guy. I love my 25% lawyer. Because you know that question is going to come. So what I do, inoculate them with this information already. They are going to say, well, how much do you charge? Well, listen, I was in downtown Atlanta the other day. I saw a billboard. There's lawyers out there that are charging 25%. I tell them. And there's lawyers that charge up to 55%. I've already told them that I'm not going to compete on price. I've already told them that. Did I say you get what you pay for? Don't say that. Don't say that. It's a given, right? You don't want to insult the person. I feel when somebody's trying to sell me something and they say, you get what you pay for, I just walk out. Because I'm here talking about what the product entails, what offer you have, this and that. It's cheap. I don't like it. I discourage you from using it. But it's a given, right? What you're trying to tell them is that we're different. Yes, there are a lot of other lawyers out there, but we are different. So you got to lean into your differences. Okay? Let me see if we have audio here.
I think as human beings, we like to compare ourselves with other people and be critical of others while not being critical of ourselves. And so there's that temptation to judge others as inferior than us, and that temptation manifested leads to bullying. I remember specifically one day where this other classmate had poured chocolate milk all over me. I remember feeling hopeless. I remember feeling like nobody's gonna listen to me. I ran toward the door and my dad was coming in at the same time. I just hugged him and I couldn't do anything else. And you can feel that desperation when hugging my dad because he didn't know what to do. And it kept happening until my dad actually enrolled me and my 3 brothers into martial arts. Training in martial arts doesn't reverse the years of bullying, but it builds your confidence, builds your self-esteem. You grow stronger. It builds the discipline, the work ethic. The idea of standing up to bullies has now permeated really every aspect of my life. Not only real bullies that bully you in school and spill chocolate milk on you, but bullies as in the government that try to accuse you of crimes. And so standing up to those corporations and insurance companies, I have that same passion doing that as doing martial arts. So even though I love going into the ring and getting my hands raised after a fight, when I file a lawsuit against an individual that's represented by an insurance company, I get that same feeling, just standing up to those bullies. I want each and every one of my clients to feel that everything that could have been done to recover what they lost has been done. And that in this jungle of legalese, they have chosen a trustworthy guide to take them from point A to point Z. And because of that, whatever happens, they knew that they chose the right person.
while I was playing that video, Miss Gay and Miss Marion Day both chuckled. Those two are the OG crew. We call those two the basement crew when they worked out of my home basement. So actually raise your hand if you worked out of my home office basement. Where's Bash also? We have Bash in here too. So imagine this. 5 people, 4 of them women, in my basement, right? They would walk outside along the wooden staircase to the back of my house, walked into the basement, and we would work out of there together. It was so crowded, y'all. It was crazy. Huh? That's when you stopped wearing heels? Because of how dangerous it was on that wooden staircase? That's the OG crew. Give them a round of applause. These new guys, they just think, we just automatically, began with an office here and an office in Marietta. They don't know how it was in the basement. They don't know how it was. So I got special respect and a place in my heart for the basement crew. All right? But you all have something different about you. You got to lean into that. All right? I'm reminded with Arnold Schwarzenegger's reflection on his accent, right? He said, everybody told me with your accent, you're never going to get an actor role. And then after Terminator, he was told by the director, had it not been for your accent, it wouldn't have done as well. It wouldn't have done as well. The Terminator role, it needed that accent. It needed it. If you didn't have it, it wouldn't have worked. So you got to lean in to your differences, whatever makes you different, whatever it is you do that's different. Lean into that. Talk about that. I asked everyone before I published this video, let's go back. I don't want to play it again, but you know what I'm talking about. I asked everyone, hey, I'm thinking about doing this video. It's me in the mosque. What do you think about that? Everybody said, don't do it. You're isolating people, right? You're not just the lawyer for Muslims, you're a lawyer for everybody, except one person, Ali. Ali's like, you gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it. You gotta lean into what's different, man. And he was right. Everybody was scared that I would lose due to my differences. But the opposite is true. You gain when you step in to that which makes you different, right? So it's just a deeper level there. But let's go back to the real level. We charge 35% pre-suit and 45% post-suit. That's what we do. Why? Y'all remember this. When somebody says, why? You say, we are confident in our abilities. We are confident in our abilities. Right? Well, what about this guy? He has 20 years experience. I can't judge what he can or cannot do. But I can tell you this. We're confident in our abilities. But we also have another promise that we give our clients, which is we promise that you'll get, even with all the medical bills paid, legal fees paid, case expenses paid, we guarantee, you will get equal or more than the law office. We guarantee it. If we settle the case pre-suit, we guarantee, even with all of the medical bills paid, case expenses paid, you're going to get more than the law office. Really? Yeah. We put it in our engagement letter. There's some caveats, but here it is. This is straight from our engagement letter. As long as the case resolves without the filing of a lawsuit, the Awad Law Firm agrees to reduce the legal fee such that the take-home amount, take-home, after medical bills and expenses are paid, equals to or exceeds the amount of the legal fee, provided that the client agrees the firm may pursue all available insurance policies and is diligent in maintaining and obtaining treatment to preserve the value of their case. I had to put this because I got caught. Child support liens are excluded. All right? So this is telling you, hey, no, I don't want you to file with my UM. I'm sorry. That means that it's going to dig into your money. As long as we can pursue all available insurance, we're going to guarantee you equal to or more than us. If we got to reduce our fee to 10%, it's okay. We're going to guarantee. Now that never happens. Marion's like, what are you talking about? We've waived our fee, but those are like extraordinary circumstances. I think I know what Marion is talking about. We had, honestly, it was right here. It's not too far from here, a wrongful death case, where it's a horrible case. It's this family didn't know, but they placed their child in one of those seats that's not made for cars. It's just like a dinner table seat. You know what I'm talking about? Like and he was mentally handicapped. And they put him in the center console in the back seat, right? And what I now believe, rather than hitting the brakes across the railroad tracks out here, she hit the gas. When she hit the gas, she ran into a wall, brick wall. And the child, he's in that seat, it's not properly securing him. His head bounces off of the center console and he dies. Now we all roundtabled it and we said, we're not going to do this. We're not going to take anything. They tendered immediately. They didn't do anything wrong, so there was nothing else we can do, right? So those circumstances come up. But by and large, this is what we promise, okay? This is what makes us different. We talked about the brand per se, but we also say, hey, we don't think it's right. You as the injured person, us as your advocate, that the advocate gets paid more than the injured person. Yes, we feel strongly about what we can do, and we're confident in our abilities. But if I was in your situation, I wouldn't want my lawyer to take more than me, especially if the case settles pre-suit. That means there's no depositions taking place. There's no extended amount of time. If it settles pre-suit, we're going to guarantee you take equal to or more than us. And I always like to say this when I'm having this conversation, especially at the intake level. With your permission, I'd like to send you some documents so that we can formalize our relationship. Always deferring to them, telling them, with your permission, may I send this to you, right? So we talked about empathy, consistency of information, unique value proposition. What time do we have, Maliki? You got to go? All right. I'm going to pause my stuff here because I wanted to go into my bonus section, but I'm going to pause my bonus section so that you can go.